Just woke up here, so I apologize. What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about how to turn a man on in a non-sexual way. Everything has to be sexual, right? Everything has to be sexual. Now, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Just click the red button below along with the bell notification. I love you forever. And if you want to check out my value course, link is down in the description, okay? So, jumping right into this, there's 3 points I want to get at. 2 are what to do, and one's something I think that's very important that women need to understand. And that's that there has to be sexual tension there. Now, I know you know this. You're just asking me, well, I want to turn him on in other ways that's not sexual. He just sees me purely sexual, which totally understand that. You would need to change the ratios then. That's a completely different topic and a completely different video. But I do want you to understand that you do need some sexual tension there, that you do need some sexual energy and vibe and atmosphere and the game going along you two. You just have to. The chase, like that stuff is just sexy to a man. And sadly, if you're like, no, I don't want to be seen as that, I'm going to put that aside, well, you can do that, but men are visual, sexual, physical by nature, and here's the beautiful thing. If you don't do it, someone else will. Okay, some other woman's always going to make it easier, is always going to undercut you and things like that. Now that doesn't mean lower your standards or anything like that. It's based on value. So she can undercut you, but she ain't going to get the guy, right? So there has to be some type of sexual tension there. That is just part of the equation. If you don't have that, then, you know, what makes you any different than his boys, okay? There has to be some type of sexual tension. Again, if you don't have it, someone else will. So that's going to be a problem. So just keep it very subtle, okay? Keep it chill, keep it low. You don't have to go over the top. I always say it's your value proposition if that's all you have. Which, if you're watching this, and I talk to a lot of clients, you guys have a lot of things to offer. You just have to show them. Which gets to my other 2 things. The number 1 thing I would do is impress the guy. Okay, now how do I impress the guy? Well, it's important to understand what impressing someone is. It's something out of the ordinary. It's something that he doesn't see often. It's something that you could do that other women can't. Again, I hate saying it like this, but it is a game. It is competition. If you look at it from an evolutionary perspective, I don't care if you're looking at fish, animal or lions fighting, birds fighting, tigers, rams, humans, it's all competition. Both sides are fighting for the approval of the mate, okay? 2 men are going to fight each other, 2 men are going to compete, 2 men are going to show their resources to the woman. Sadly, because there's so many women nowadays, it's changing a little bit, because if a man doesn't like you, he can replace you easily with the other girls he was talking to on Tinder while he was talking to you, right? And there's no repercussion to his actions. So that's why I'm always saying value is so important. But when it comes to impressing somebody, men, again, evolutionary perspective, men like advantages. Okay, from a survival and a reproduction perspective. If you're impressing somebody, you're going to be seen just automatically as higher value. You might not shoot up like holy shit, but you're going to shoot up a little higher because you're impressing, right? There's like you have to understand what impressing does to the opposite sex, to the guy, okay? So think of it like that, like you're impressing him. Okay, you're turning him on. You're doing something that raises and spikes emotion, which is attraction in itself. You're doing something that other people can't. You're doing something that he doesn't see often. Whether that's being really good at something, having a really good feat, being highly educated, playing a sport with the guy and beating his ass at it, or having really flirty, witty comebacks. Knowing how to play the game. I mean, there's so many ways you can impress the guy. So you have to find a way to impress him. Okay, that's number 1. Just from an evolutionary perspective, if a woman has does something to impress a guy, she's going to be put above other women. That just happens. Okay. The second thing, which I think is a little easier, is you have to have a passion. There is nothing more dull in this life than talking to, well, there is, but talking to somebody, man or a woman, and they have no drive, they have no passion, they have no there's no urgency, they have no goals, there's no motivation to move forward. And guys like this because guys, a masculine male who is in the right mindset is always, so if you want this guy, it's good to have this, right? He's always going up. He's always wanting to complete. He has a mission. He wants a woman the same way. When men commit to women, we think of it as, is my life better with her in it than without? And does she add or take away from my assets versus liabilities? Does she make me want to be a better person, basically? And if he answers no to that, that's a problem. Trust me, no guy will, God dang, I should go drink my water, but it's over there. No guy who is in a healthy mindset, who is a masculine man, who is wanting to move forward, who has goals and things like that, will ever commit to a woman who slows him down. He might commit to her in terms of short term and they mess around, things like that, but later on it will break. That is just not a lasting foundation, okay? You have men date women long term who make his life easier, right? And or I guess you could say his life is better with her in it than without. So why would I not keep you around? And you make me want to be a better person. You're that stepping stone that I need. You're that support. You're the backbone that the guy needs when things get tough. That when no one else believes him, okay? You're there in his corner. Like I always tell women, like I want to build an empire. Like I want a big fucking place. I want this. I want that. I want to be able to do what I want. And that takes a lot of sacrifices, and I need a woman in my corner to help me with that. I mean, someone who's patient, someone who's kind, someone who's chill, someone who has goals, and someone who is, see, this is why I like passion, who has the same mindset as me and knows why I'm doing what I'm doing. She doesn't question it. I don't have to explain to her all the time. It's like, hey, this guy's a man who's on a fucking mission, who has to do what he has to do. He's gonna miss events. He's gonna miss things. He's gonna do what he has, but it's all gonna pay off at the end because we're gonna live a damn good life, and that's that, okay? And I feel the same thing for her. If she's a passionate woman who puts a lot of time, energy, and effort into something, and gets very good at this thing. It just adds color. It just adds taste. It just adds so many great things to life. It's not dull. If you're really good at, I don't care what you're really good at. It could be anything, even something I'm not passionate about. If I hear it in your voice, or that I don't care for, I will care for it because you do. But if I hear it in your voice, and you're very knowledgeable and good at the topic or subject, that's just sexy itself, okay? That's a very big turn on. So with that being said, ladies, I love you. Take care and peace.